Donald Trump is having a terrible Saturday. He and the entire White House are in panic mode right now. They are putting out statements that the Democrats are misleading the public by, quote, selectively releasing photos from the Epstein estate to try to make Donald Trump look bad. But Donald, I thought that you didn't even know Epstein. What do you mean that they're making you look bad? Maybe you look bad by being best friends with Jeffrey Epstein, and maybe if you released all of the files, this wouldn't be an issue. You're blaming them for bringing some transparency to this while you cover up the files. Now, Donald Trump and the White House are in panic mode this morning for many other reasons. There was a horrific ambush that just took place in Syria of United States troops and Syrian troops from an ISIS-affiliated group. This as Donald Trump previously brought the former leader of Al-Qaeda, who's now the leader of Syria, into the White House, and Donald Trump was spraying perfume all over him and sniffing him because Donald Trump thought that was funny, or Donald Trump got off on that. Whatever the reason, it is incredibly odd, and there are serious things happening around the world. Much more terrible news for Donald Trump this Saturday morning I'll get into in just a moment. A reminder, make sure you subscribe to the MeidasTouch YouTube channel. We are on our way to 6 million subscribers. You know that we are under attack from this Trump regime on an almost daily basis. They want to shut down this YouTube channel, so please, if you can, hit subscribe. In addition, Donald Trump was posting just the other day that he had brought peace yet again to Thailand, between Thailand and Cambodia, and he said that he brokered yet another ceasefire. Are you going to count it twice? But in fact, there is no ceasefire. He is absolutely lying. Here was Donald Trump's post from December 12th. Trump writes, I had a very good conversation this morning with the Prime Minister of Thailand and the Prime Minister of Cambodia. They have agreed to cease all shooting effective this evening and go back to the original peace accord made with me and them and with the help of the great Prime Minister of Malaysia. The roadside bomb that originally killed and wounded numerous Thai soldiers was an accident. Both countries are ready for peace and continued trade with the United States of America. Let me just be very clear. Donald Trump had basically nothing to do with the original ceasefire. It was mostly brokered between Malaysia and China and Thailand and Cambodia. Then Donald Trump swooped in to try to take credit for it. But see, he actually made it worse by doing so because he has no clue of what actually is happening in that region. And things have actually gotten worse since then. And just this morning on Saturday, Thailand denies Trump's ceasefire claim as clashes with Cambodia continue at the border. More than 24 people in Thailand have been killed. It seems that far more from Cambodia have been killed as well. And there are mass casualties. The war has never been worse there. Trump makes things worse. Trump is creating these wars around the world. But as they said in 1984, war is peace, right? And that is what Donald Trump's entire philosophy is, the gaslighting and the lies. So I talked about how Donald Trump sprayed perfume on the Syrian president. And this morning, Fox is now confirming as well. Fox of all places, a senior U.S. official confirms to Fox that there have been multiple injuries after U.S. service members were ambushed in Syria. Horrific event. This is what Donald Trump was doing with the president of Syria, spraying perfume on him and sniffing him. Here, play this clip.
Men's fragrance. Yeah. This is it's the best fragrance. Come here, man.
I have no one here, sir.
Okay. So what we'll do is just take that, Joe, put it in, and then the other one is for your wife. How many ones?
Your wife.
You guys said never know, right?
Now, in addition, there was never even a ceasefire in Gaza. Donald Trump was lying about that as well. Remember when the media was like, Donald Trump brokers historic peace deal in the Middle East? Remember, I was reporting right away. It was all BS. It's not a peace deal, not even a ceasefire. Nothing was agreed to. Israel didn't sign anything. Hamas didn't sign anything. And just this morning, again, what are we learning about? Israeli Air Force attacks a car in Gaza. The senior Israeli officials were telling Barak Ravid, a reporter out there, that the target of elimination was the deputy head of Hamas's military wing, Raad Said, and didn't consult the U.S. before launching those attacks right there. War still going on there. Okay, Trump has done nothing. By the way, you have war raging in Ukraine as well. Just after Putin met with the leader of Turkey, the president of Turkey, Russia's armed forces launched a major ballistic and drone attack against the Odessa Oblast in southern Ukraine, striking 2 ports and damaging at least 3 commercial vessels. They go after mostly civilian and commercial targets as part of what Russia is doing there. And folks, that's why it's important, though, that with everything that's going on, we have an accurate media diet, that we're getting the accurate news about what's taking place. And I'll just give you an example right here. Okay, we all know that right now people are terrified in the United States that their health care in a matter of days is about to get ripped away from them. The Affordable Care Act subsidies are set to expire. And really, for the first time in American history, you have a political party under this cruel and unusual Trump regime as their platform is taking away people's health care. They're actually ripping it away. They could easily extend the Affordable Care Act tax subsidies, but they're ripping it away because they hate America and they hate people and they want to see people die. That's what MAGA and Republicans are all about, in my opinion. So here's a story like this. Higher cost, worse coverage, Affordable Care Act enrollees say expiring subsidies is going to hit them hard, right? Basic story, all true. Look who's reporting on it. This is being reported on mostly by the left and the center, but almost no media on the right is covering this. Almost no media on the right is covering this. So I'm asked, how do I stay up to date on the news all the time in order to do this podcast? My biggest go-to news source, it's Ground News. You guys, it's a subscriber-funded app and news site, and every day they pull in thousands of articles from around the world and organize them by story and then show you what's the right reporting, what's the center reporting, and what is the left reporting. It's a game changer because as active, responsible citizens, we must get our news from reliable sources. And in Trump's America, being informed about the facts and media bias is one of the most important things you can do. That's why I love Ground News. For every article, they also tell you, did a media conglomerate put this news out or was it independent media? And they also list the degree of factuality, which is interesting as there are a lot of news sources from media conglomerates that have mixed or low factuality. Independent media seems to have a higher factuality, but you get all that with your Ground News Vantage subscription. I especially like their blind spot feed, which highlights stories that are disproportionately covered by one side of the political spectrum, like the story I just shared with you about healthcare. So join us by going to ground.news/MTN. Get 40% off the Ground News Vantage plan that I use every single morning. They are subscriber funded, and by subscribing, you're not only getting a tool we all need today, you're also supporting our work here on this YouTube channel. That's ground.news/MTN, and we pin the link to purchase your subscription below. Now, what are these photos? Let's just take a look at them one more time that Donald Trump is saying, Democrats are selectively leaking these to make me look bad. Now, I mean, I think when you were friends with Epstein, that's what made you look bad. So you have the Trump pumpkin photo right here. You have the massage therapy system. Then you have this glove that's used for, I genuinely don't know, but I think it's something disgusting. You have Donald Trump then in photos from Epstein's photo book, where all these photos are coming from, with young girls, their faces are redacted, potentially survivors of Epstein that Donald Trump's just hanging around with that grin on that creepy grin on his face. You've got Trump condoms. You've got in these photos extreme restraints, pussy pumps, something called pussy pump. I'm reading what it actually says. Then there's this cartoon photo of what appears to be an underage girl gagged. And then there is a photo on Epstein's desk of appears to be a victim, either passed out and suffering or something. I mean, this looks horrific stuff. But Trump's saying these are being leaked to make me look bad. Why is it making me look so bad? Look, Donald, I mean, you're making yourself look bad by engaging in all of this behavior. Speaking of which, this morning, Donald Trump's been sending emails to his supporters like this. I subscribe so you don't have to. Trump left you a message. Okay. Then when you open it up, it goes like, it acts like he's sending you a text message and it says, hey, is this the right contact information for you? I'm in between meetings right now and I wanted to take a minute to say thank you for everything. I really mean that. It's because of you and you alone that our administration is securing win after win for the people. You've always delivered for us in the past, but a generous $10 donation today would go further than any other point in our term. Our deadline is only 24 hours away, and I'm personally asking you to chip in $10 to ensure our success. He's always asking for money. Dude, what is it that you're not even running for office? Do you see what he's doing right here? Do you see what's going on? And meanwhile, yesterday when Donald Trump was asked, well, what's your message heading into the holiday season about the 24 million Americans who are likely going to lose their health care? And Donald Trump's like, stop being so dramatic. Stop it. You're making it sound so bad. Here, play this clip.
Mr. President, at the end of this year, those extended Obamacare subsidies expire. What's your message to those 24 million Americans who will see their insurance premiums go up?
Don't make it sound so bad because, obviously you're a sycophant for Democrats. You're obviously a provider of bad news for Republicans. Let me just say something. The Republicans, I think I can speak for Tom and most other people. I think what most Republicans want to see is what I want to see. And I leave it to them, and hopefully they're going to put great legislation on this desk right here.
And then after doing that, Donald Trump mocked everybody by putting on a cowboy hat as part of that bizarre press conference. Here, play this clip right here.
Thank you very much.
Let's see, what do I do with that strap?
We've also been covering Donald Trump's declining health. You see the photos of him passing out. You see the hand that always has bandages on it, and it's wildly discolored, to which the White House is saying, nothing to see here. He shakes a lot of hands. I guess, yeah, he shakes a lot of hands. Maybe the cognitive decline is caused by him spraying the perfume on people. Does that make sense to you? Does that comport with your MAGA logic? So utterly ridiculous. Anyway, let me know what you think. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 6 million subscribers. Thank you for watching.
New Midas merch drop. Check out the latest pro-democracy sticker packs, t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, and more. All at store.MeidasTouch.com.